If it's happening in New York, New Jersey, or Long Island, hear about it with Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.
I was just say the president needed Al at the press conference yesterday. Nope, done. Last question. Sorry, moving on. Hey, Piscopo in the morning, 928. Andrew McKenna is a friend of the show. What a riveting story. And a great guy, Andrew McKenna, is author of that book, Sheer Madness, that I'm holding up for you right here on videos we watch on YouTube and on Facebook. He is a recovery counselor with Addiction Campuses. Andrew, welcome back to the show, brother. In person, man. You saw Frankie Five Boroughs on the street yesterday. Is that what?
Yeah, we ran into each other. It was nice.
Is that just where were you? Wait, did we ask where he is?
Near City Hall, right?
That's right.
Yeah. City. He's always doing something politics.
Yeah.
And welcome back, man. So now, what is you got Governor Cuomo. Governor Cuomo says he wants to legalize marijuana. Governor Murphy's all over it in Jersey. Love to hear your thoughts about that, sir.
Well, first of all, I think it's interesting that Governor Cuomo has pretty much done a 180 on this issue. He had the health department look into it and draft a report. 74-page report just came out. And they're basically saying that the benefits outweigh the risks now. And it's interesting from a political standpoint, and Frank can certainly speak to this as well as you, but, Nixon is running, I think I have her name, right?
Cynthia Nixon, yep.
Cynthia Nixon, right, from Sex and the City is running, and her position on this is that the imposition of the marijuana laws has been so disparate. Mm-hmm. If you're looking at the arrests of low-level pot offenders, 50% are black, 39% are Hispanic, and the rest are white, even though statistically we know that everyone's using at basically the same rate. So it's interesting now that he's kind of flipping the script a little bit. We'll see how that pans out. I have a couple concerns about it, and, I'm with Addiction Campuses, and we don't really take a strong position either way on this. Mm-hmm. We treat people where they are in their addiction. So a couple different things. From a medical standpoint, I think it makes sense, to treat, glaucoma. I have family that are going through cancer right now. It helps them increase their appetite, and that's awful good. My concern is with teenagers or young adults that are trying to escape something.
Thank you. Now, this man that is next to me, Andrew McKenna, you're watching on TV or on AM970theanswer.com. This Sheer Madness book says, Andrew tells a story. He went from federal prosecutor to federal prisoner. You were like robbing banks and stuff, man.
I did. I hit a wall.
From opioid addiction, correct?
Right. That's right. I injured my back.
Yeah, and so you stayed on that. Now, that's epidemic. So I think, but when you think these young kids, and that's the one thing, and I know in Hunterdon County, which is a fairly affluent county out in Jersey, you see these kids have access to this. And they're buying heroin instead of the marijuana. They're going right to the marijuana. But you think... And I got to tell you right now, I don't like that we're legalizing it. I don't care. I want to hear about the finances, but it is a gateway drug. And as a former addict, do you feel that as well?
I do. I really do feel that. And, I have friends that are, attorneys and doctors and teachers and professionals, entertainers, that they can smoke marijuana in the evening to kind of, instead of drinking a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
And that's all they want. They don't want anything more than that. My concern is with the younger age group where their brains aren't even close to being fully developed.
Yeah.
What are they escaping? Why do they want to be high as opposed to, living life on life's terms and enjoying reality? That's my biggest concern.
Yeah, it's so true. And now, will this help or hurt the opioid crisis, the legalization of marijuana?
It's an interesting question. There's a statistic out there that in states where marijuana is legal for recreational use, that opioid overdoses and use is down 25%. Now, I don't have that statistic in front of me. I don't know if that's National Institute of Health or where that's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I can certainly do the research. I just read about it last night. There could be a factor there. There's also, people reach out to me constantly, strangers and scientists, and say, we figured out that if you use marijuana, it's a good way to get off of opioids. Now, I can't imagine that in my own personal experience. The only way for me to get off of opioids was to detox on the jail floor for 9 days.
Ugh.
And so there's certainly medication-assisted treatment, Suboxone, Vivitrol. We utilize those things at addiction campuses to try to stabilize somebody, give them a smooth detox.
Yeah.
But really then the work begins, right? The detox isn't recovery. You get them through the detox as comfortable as you can, and then start peeling back the layers of the onion and find out why they're using in the first place.
If you start, like, if someone's addicted to alcohol or opioids or something, and then you start, you got to go to AA, for example, then you don't finish. That's just a recipe for disaster, isn't it?
I think 12-step programs like AA, NA, Gamblers Anonymous, I think these programs are helpful to a lot of people, but it's only one piece of the puzzle. It's not enough. We have to get somebody into treatment and practice, dialectical behavior therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, evidence-based things. And then as a continuing care program, like we set these folks up with addiction campuses, after you leave us, you're just really beginning, and we walk with you for an entire year.
Really?
Yeah, for as long as you want, actually.
Addiction campus, this is great. The name of the book is Sheer Madness. This has been out for a while. From federal prosecutor to federal prisoner. This man's been through so much, and he knows this opioid addiction crisis and the legalization of marijuana or not better than anybody. And you're very kind to come in and visit us, Andrew. You're always welcome here, man. And
it's a great pleasure.
Where can we find more about this? So many of us have people in our families that are suffering with addiction. Where can we go for help?
Well, as a beginning point, I'm the New York City rep for addiction campuses. So
you just go to addictioncampuses.com.
Yep, you can go there. You can call me directly. Is it okay to give you a number?
Sure, man.
Yeah, my number is area code 518-269-8306. You can certainly reach me through Frank Morano. And I'm happy to help. I spend all my time just getting people into treatment programs.
Just don't give Frank your keys because he may lose them. But you found your keys?
Yes, it's been recovered. Big thank you to Ron, who fished them out
Where
of the
was
garbage.
Angel? Where Angel didn't find them?
Angel worked with Ron to retrieve them. They colluded to retrieve my keys.
Andrew, listen.
Illusion.
Listen, we appreciate it. Thank God you're doing
pleasure.
God's work, man. God bless you.
Well, I love your show. And
Thank you.
I love you, man.
Yeah,
So
love you back.
Great to see you.
Thank you, Andrew. God bless you. Godspeed.
Everybody knows this guy. No, everybody knows he can do a radio show. Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.